Hey, what's going on, guys and gals? CheFPV here. Zero ground FPV, all that stuff. And more recently, Turbo Mach Drones Rana and Connex HD or Prosight. So we have now gone digital with not one, but two. That's right, two Turbo Mach Drone Technologies Rana 220s. So this is the original one. And I wanted to do a little quad spotlight, if you would, on these little two digital beasts that I now have, especially before they get any more beat up in the case of this one, which you can see is a pretty good ding right there on the VTX itself. I didn't notice it till yesterday. I'm not even going to open it up because it works, and I don't want to open it up and damage something getting in there. But yeah, check that nice ding out. Durability factor has definitely been tested with me. I've put these things face first, or this one just got built. This one's been face first into the trees a couple times, and into the dirt, and into the concrete. I mean, just pretty much everything. So, durability factor is definitely fine. This build here was the one that I put the first Connex system in, and this was my original Rana. I love this thing. It's just a great frame. It's basically, as far as a 220, it's as slim as it gets without getting into a true race frame. If you're talking about just a frame to build, like a full build on, this is about as slim as you're going to get to be able to get everything in it, especially when you come to the Connex. I don't know that anything else really is going to be lighter as far as getting everything in and being well protected, at least. So I really liked it, as why I picked it. It's a tight squeeze, barely get everything in there, but it is there, and it is fully protected by the upper and lower plates and all that. There is going to be a kit from Turbo Mach Drones that is going to lower the VTX, I believe, to the bottom plate with a TPU mount. That'll be awesome. So we'll wait on that, and we'll get that whenever it comes available. But this one was basically built minimalistic style. There's only one board, period, and it's a Moto Labs Tempest. The flight controller is a PDB. It's everything. It's even got filtered battery voltage for the VTX. It was just a great, perfect fit. I was hoping to slam this thing a little lower with smaller standoffs, but as you can see, there's only about 5 millimeters I could drop. So I haven't done that yet, but we'll get there eventually. Once everything's in place with the TPU mounts, we'll get it as low as we can. But this one has been flying great. I really enjoy it. I like it. As far as the digital signal, which, look, it is an HD signal in the sense of it's 720, and I guess that could be considered HD, but it's not really HD. You're flying in digital, especially when you start dropping it down into HP and HP+. So I haven't flown HP+, but this one here has a stock lens on the camera. Rana number 2 HD has the new 1.4. Now, I have a second 1.4 for this one if I decide to go with it. But for now, I just wanted it on 1 because the 1.4 limits you to HP Plus only. I don't know how I feel about that. It's kind of a choice I'm not sure I'm ready to make. I've been trying to teach myself how to fly better in HQ mode because with the small amount of latency, I figure if I can teach myself to fly really well with that small amount of latency, I mean, it can't hurt, right? So it's like I'm going to push myself doing that. And then that way I can not use the GoPro as often. But then if I really want the GoPro, I guess I'm going to have to slap it onto this one with the HQ. I don't know. We'll see. The weights between them I haven't checked yet. We'll do that here after, and we'll post that on the pages. So find us on Facebook and Instagram. But this is a 4 millimeter on the second build. So this one is really simple. I mean, again, the first one is just a Tempest Moto. It's the same other build that I used to have with my Rana, so I'm not going to go through it. And an X4R, the receiver and the camera, I mean, though it's a full standoff build, it's not a lot. It's pretty simple. In fact, the antennas, oh, I forgot. I'm sorry. People are probably wondering, well, where's all the antennas? So I have one across the top here, and these are actually these Taolas replacement antennas. They're smaller, a little more flexible for sure because they're kind of like paper thin. They're about $6, $7 a piece. They have less reception than a stock one though. So on this one, I'm running this, which would be considered a race antenna. So I got one up top, and then I've got one on the bottom arm front. And so that's basically so at all times I have one pointed, it's basically kind of like a patch, if you would, right? So you want to think of it as it's got a decent amount of range, both top, bottom, and all the radius, but you need one always facing or coming close to facing the receiver. So I haven't had bad reception this way. I've even covered the top one up when it was over here with the GoPro at times, and I was still getting really decent range. So I think it's pretty cool. I have not flown stock antennas yet, but I just finished this build up and I don't have any of the tailors. So I went ahead and put the stock antennas on it. And you can see this one's running straight across the top. And then I have the other one in the same arm position because I want to kind of test the differences. So I have two almost identical setups. The ESCs are the only difference motor-wise and ESC-wise. So they both have the Black Star Drone Supernova 2205, 2300s. These are original like spec ones before the whole Brothers Hobbies thing went down, and he chose to go elsewhere to get his spec motors made. So new Black Star drones are coming from a new spec warehouse or a spec company, an OEM company. But anyways, that's not what this is about. So I've got Acon bolt lights. Both are running the same multi-shot. The flight controller on this build though, same height standoff, but this one's a little tighter as you can see, and it's because I have a regular simple multi-rotor Mania PDB with a 5mm standoff and then another 5mm standoff with the Lux V2. So this one's got a Lux V2 in there with basically just a standard PDB. The voltage in is the voltage out. Bolt light ESCs, like I said. Another X4R. This one's not fully depinned, so it also takes up a little more room. So this one's definitely a bulkier build for now. I'll tighten it up and get it cleaned up when the TPU mounts come. For now, the only real difference is ESCs, I guess you could consider different. So they're both 30 amp ESCs running multi-shot. Motors are the same. Props pretty much will always be the same. Antennas are different. Lens is different on this one. And flight controller. Besides that, I mean, they're pretty decent setups as far as the same thing. Oh, 4mm versus the standard 3mm. This was from David. Thank you, David. But there you go. My twin digitals, Rana 220s. I cannot wait to get these out on the, get some stick time on these both tomorrow. Actually, we're going to get together with Crux and 32 Bits of Gills coming back from Vegas from XDC HD. I think he got 8th. Won himself some Vuzix while racing against Night Fury. So congrats, dude. Zero ground FPV though. There you go. HD digital. There you go, Bruce. Coming to you, man. I think I'm going to kind of transfer most of my stuff over to digital, especially for freestyle and such, and then I'm just going to race analog. So maybe I'll pick up a sponsorship to race analog full time. Who knows? Till then, fly safe, fly smart, just fly. I'm going to fly Connex HD tomorrow morning. Peace.